How do you score your leads? How do you prioritize your leads? I mean, do you just call them in alphabetical order? Do you just happen to call whoever reached out first? I mean, I guess that's okay if you don't have that many leads. But if you go to a trade show and you come back with 300 names, who do you call? Really, that's a problem, right? I recommend calling your best leads first, okay? And the way you do that is with lead scoring. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you can score leads. One really easy way is, look, if you know what makes a good lead, if you know how to score your leads, great. Just create some fields in Salesforce. Here, I've got an example here. Just create some fields in Salesforce for your lead record. Let me pop open a lead here. And just track it, right? It could be a checkbox. It could be a drop-down box. Here's Adam. And if we scroll down here, here are my fields. These are custom fields. And you can add these yourselves. You can add as many as you want. And notice that when I check the box or don't check the box, notice that this other field here updates. So I have a formula field. And this formula field just gives you a score of 5 if this checkbox is checked, and a score of 0 if it's not checked. These numbers are all arbitrary. Okay? And I'm doing that again. I've got another score for do they have budget or not. So if you're the decision maker, if you have budget, what's your time frame? And based on these values, I will adjust your scores. I even have one more formula that takes these numbers and just totals them up. And then I have one more formula that gives you a visual indicator of how well that lead performs. So here I'll make a really poor scoring lead. This lead's not the decision maker, they have no budget, and there's no time frame. So, low scoring lead, 0, right? All of this, all of you can do with formula fields and no other add-on products. You don't need anything else, you can do this. And if you have a visual indicator that you like, if you have an image that looks good, use your own image. If you sell tractors, maybe it's a green, yellow, red tractor or something. But a lot of people like stars. You can even use emojis in here as well. So it's just a field, and Salesforce does let you put emojis into here. So you can put emojis into your different text fields, into your different visual indicators, okay? But that's one option. So one option is just formula fields. And really just score them any way you want. The other option is Einstein lead scoring, all right? So maybe you don't know what makes a good lead. Maybe you've got so many leads, but you're not sure what makes a good lead. Well, you can let Salesforce figure that out for you. So we have a feature called Einstein lead scoring, all right? And basically this is machine learning, it's algorithms essentially firing. But what happens here is Salesforce looks at all your leads historically, and it kind of blurs its eyes and tries to find a pattern. And it tries to find which leads in the past were the ones that actually converted and bought something. And it tries to then take that prediction and let you know how good this lead compares to those other leads. So here, for example, notice the title. The reason this lead scored poorly is the title. This is not a title you often see when you've converted other leads. So maybe, sure, it's a good company, it's a good budget, it came from the right place, but this is not the right role we typically sell to, right? However, if we were talking to, I don't know, let's say the CEO, and I'm going to refresh my page here, maybe we sell to a lot more CEO users, and that might change your score, right? So one score is Salesforce scores it for you. You really don't configure it at all. And the other one is their behavior. So maybe I call Adam, and now's not a good time. And so I put him in a nurture list, right? And he goes, Iman, we've already got something here. Call me back in 30 days, 90 days, 60 days. Okay. And I could put a little reminder to, call him back in 30 days. That's not a big deal. But should I really wait 30 days? Should I really wait 60 or 90 days? What if all of a sudden Adam starts opening emails, clicking links, going to our web forms, downloading pages? So we can use his engagement with us to score him as well, okay? And so there's a product called Pardot. That's an add-on that we have. It's a marketing automation tool, but essentially it can track email opens, clicks, page views, form submissions, and assign scores based on that. And then right here, you could have another score and another grade update in real time. So you can see scores based on what you care about, scores based on what Salesforce thinks you should care about, and scores based on actual engagement with your content, letting them know how interested they are.